focused on guiding kids to follow time-tested traditional paths, education, career, culture? Or should they allow kids more freedom to define their own success and happiness? இந்த டைட்டில் கொடுத்துட்டு பாதி அவரே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிட்டாரு என்னை கூப்பிட்டு. நீங்கள் ஜட்ஜ் ஆருங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு பாதியை தலைவரே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிட்டாரு. எதுக்குப்பா என்ன ஜட்ஜா கூப்பிட்டீங்க?
Okay, before that,
the foundation in my initial speech itself, right? So I want to tell the kids and also everybody in heart who thinks that kids should take two steps forward. I really challenge them to see if you can go to some other country, learn that language and immigrate there and then bring up kids there, your kids, not the next door kids, right? So then think about it. Right? Is it possible? We did it. So difficult to get donkey milk here. So think about all those things. If you want to get married, you need us. Right? So, and kids who are in the college, like college going kids, think about it. If you want to go take loan and study, we are good.
Time up.
Okay, thank you guys. One more minute. So think about all the three things that I said. Your marriage, your college fees, and the donkey milk. Can you get donkey milk? You know you need donkey milk for your throat to be strong.
Look for some scientific facts. No, now I'm afraid all the kids are going to ask this evening, we would love to have donkey milk. so we should round of applause.
Okay. So the first thing that my father was speaking against, first point he made is that he never knew how to speak English when he came here. He studied in an English medium school. Okay. He spoke English. Yeah.
He can talk about as if he had some inferior quality education. He had a good education.
Yeah, he had a very good. He spoke. That's what I'm saying. Good education. He spoke English well. Same with my mother. She also spoke English when she came to this country. How many of the parents here spoke even a bit of English when they came to the country? Raise their hand.
Yeah, I didn't even know any English.
Okay.
I'm
So,
a high school
that's more-
graduate, that's about it. I didn't know how to speak in English. And now I can speak much better than anybody else in this room.
I agree. Okay. So the point here is that even though it was really hard, he still did it. Okay, with the guidance of his parents slightly. But did your parents help you much to come to this country? Not at all. Okay, your dad, you have to let people grow on their own. You have to trust in people. If you don't give them the trust or the confidence, how are they gonna grow? In this country is a lot more common than in India. How many people in India do you know having a love marriage? You don't know many.
You know,
three people. Three people.
Here that are in love marriage, but then if you go to people that were born and raised here, all the second generation kids, if you see how many of them will be love marriage, it will be a lot more. Okay.
You need to let the kids grow up, but where will they grow up? Who's going to be there with them the whole time, the parents give them that space to flourish and grow, but without those parents traditional values and space, you're not going to have that. You're just going to be running around on your TikTok reels and then getting more brain rotted. So also Kamanti brought up another point. Why are you guys here right now? Would you guys be here on your own without the traditional values of your parents and those orderly procedures that you guys advise against?
No.
Yeah, the answer is no. You actually realize that right now. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that by the time you get to our age, you're going to realize a lot of the venues that you go to, a lot of the connections that you get, they're all from your parents. Well, a lot of them are from your parents, like your culture and everything. The Pongal celebrations that we have every single year, you wouldn't get that just on your own. You're going to have to get that through your parents and their parents' friends. So I think the important thing here is you can grow, but the venue for you to grow in is given to you by your parents.
Audience, are you listening?
You were saying that they're the reason that we're here today, and someone was saying he was saying that they can help us to an extent, but not when we're like past college. Until then, it'll be fine for the parents to help us. Once we're past college, like trying to get married and stuff, then we should have our freedom.
Do you have a girlfriend today?
What?
Do you have a girlfriend now?
Okay, I'll help Rohan. Something that she said, something she said is that once you get to our age, you're our older siblings. What our age? She's 3 years older than me.
I've learned so much from the farm. A lot can happen.
You know, the traditional prayer and all, they don't seem to get connected with this tradition. So we have to find out what the gap, why they are not connected. Is that our prayer and ceremonies are too long, boring? So he has a valid point. And in order for him to teach his kids, so we need to pass this tradition in a better way so that they all get connected. So he has a point. But still, you know, that you can.
I think that we as Indians are very blessed to be able to like see our culture so clearly. There's so many people who like their families have immigrated hundreds of years ago and they don't know where they came from. They don't know what countries their families are from. And most of us get to go every year, every 2 years, see our family in India and like participate in all of these like traditional festivals. And I think that's really important because if you see those like things in India where they like originally happened, that's when you see the importance of like what these festivals mean to people there and like what the actual significance of like doing it here is. And I agree that things like
I want to talk about how parents provide for kids socially. First of all, while we're on the topic of the Pongal party, yes, the kids could continue this tradition, but would you be able to celebrate this tradition with this very group of people if it wasn't for your parents? The reason why you 5 boys grew up together and are friends right now and basically grew up like brothers is because of your parents being friends with each other. They provided you with these bonds and friendships that you have right now. And even like throughout your entire life, you can't deny that your parents advise you a lot. They provide you with a lot of guidelines, a lot of directions on how to navigate your life, navigate your relationships, navigate school, navigate a career. They give you kind of like a guideline for all of that. So more than just financially and traditionally, you wouldn't be able to go through society if it at least wasn't for like a push or some advice from your parents.
Jackie wants to say something.
Yeah, she made a very good point. Because you know the quote that says, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So, with your parents guiding you as to the kind of people that you should be associating yourself with is really important. Because if you make friends who aren't good for you, then that's going to be...
He said that they should help us grow up to a certain point, and then we should get our freedoms. I feel like if we get our freedoms earlier, that'll promote us to grow and be able to know more about the world as we grow up, and we rely on our parents less.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Historically, when families were always passing down traditions, scientific advancements used to not go as fast. Such as when agriculture was really huge for several thousands of years, they didn't really invent too much. But then, because of more individualism and more kids being independent, they were able to make more stuff, and that's what allows us to stay popular. However, there is change. It's not like a mud car with the actual flame. I know that's for decoration, but yeah, that's because kids are changing everything. If it was just the same way, the prayers would probably be like several hours long, and we'd probably have a cow in the room.
So then you could improve your life. Like, you came to a different country to improve. Being self-dependent is better. Like, if you continued in your parents' footsteps, you wouldn't have like gone to a different country, been able to like afford a huge house like this, been able to do whatever you want. Like being able to do whatever you want by doing like what you want instead of following whatever your parents say will allow you to become much more successful and achieve more stuff in your life.
I agree, you know, innovation comes from people thinking differently, but also like innovation comes from a society, and like innovation is gradual. It's not like one day someone woke up and was like, we're gonna invent like irrigation farming and now we're gonna revolutionize the world. It was slow, you know, someone's parents were a farmer and the kid was like, hey, my mom works in the field all day, maybe I should do something to make it easier. And it like slowly trickles down into scientific innovation. So even within like that historical thing, it's like Ananya said, it's not an on-off switch where the kids just like switched and became like scientific geniuses. It's because of the skills, the thoughts, the ideas, and the beliefs that their parents gave to them that they were able to like bring down and like change things. So like, you know, even though maybe us being here today here instead of in India is because all of our parents thought differently, but like there's still, you know, the decorations. Where did those ideas come from? They came from India. Where did like the idea of a cow? Maybe we don't have a real cow, but like we have two pretty big cows here, and those ideas came from our parents' parents. So yeah. Okay, we have more time
to your busy lives. Let's just take driving a car for examples. Your parents had to teach you how to drive that car, right? But you have once you learn how to drive that car from their ways, then you can take that car wherever you want. Your parents instill in you these guidances, how to maneuver your life, and then you can take it how you please.
நீங்க கார் வாங்குன பிறகு தானம்மா இல்ல பேரண்ட்ஸ் கார் எடுத்துட்டு
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, the thing is, I'm so used to my parents' car,
yeah.
which is also a benefit to our side. Yeah, when you start out, you need to have your parents' guidance, how they drive the car, even borrow their car to go places. Without that, you can't really. You're stuck. You can't go anywhere.
And I forgot who mentioned it, but someone said a point where they want that freedom, they want that self-autonomy, that independence earlier on in their life. But I would say I'm going to take you 5. At the age you are right now, this is the age where you need your parents' advice the most. Because I'm saying this as someone who's been a moody teenager before. You're not going to always make the smartest decisions at the point you are in your life right now. And if it wasn't for my parents' advice on how to navigate friendships, how to navigate school, I probably would not be where I am right now. So I'm just saying it for the 5 of you, at the point in life where you are right now, this is where you need to lean on your parents the most.
How our parents here are an example of like not following in your parents' footsteps, and how like our parents are proving their side by like being different. I would disagree. I would say that our parents, you know, yes, they changed their ways, they came to America, but like why did they come to America? It was because of their parents, the education their parents gave them, the maybe financial help that their parents gave them, and the the ambition that their parents instilled in them. That's what made them come to America.
Right. So historically speaking, right? So we want to continue that history. That's why we are saying we are not going to increase our parenting. We want to continue what we have been doing historically, right? And then I want to talk about scientifically too. So no, I can only talk about history. Okay, thank you.
Did you guys pick the dress today? For this event, what dress you are going to wear it today? Yeah, before the traditional, my guys like parents are guiding you. No, you have to wear this dress, that dress, like that, right?
No. They said go and choose a dress.
And now we're doing many seconds, right? They're gonna wear it the right. Now you guys aren't like up there.
they
Your
all
boys
did.
made themselves.
They all
What?
did.
Yeah.
When you're being allowed to choose what to wear, you guys are not.
நீங்க
allowed
உங்க
to
சொல்ல
wear
வேண்டிய
it.
பாயிண்ட்
Are you
சொல்லுங்க.
ready for school?
Wind up your point.
This is not school. Are we in school right now? Wait. Are you okay? Wait, I'm thinking.
Okay.
They have to go in a car and buy it. But do they know how to drive yet?
Yeah, where's it?
Sit. So that foundation for till today has been your parents, and even after 1,000 years it will be your parents.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to. We want to guide you guys. We don't want to force. We don't want to control you. All we are saying is we will continue doing what we have been doing so far, and we will guide you. And we rest our case, and I want my gold medal.
Okay, I think our esteemed friends here have misunderstood the topic. The topic is not whether parents are important or not. The topic is whether parents should follow the traditional path, right, and help the kids, or give more independence to the kids, right? That's really the point. All of your points have been about parenting is important, parents are important. No one here, none of us here denied that, right? So first of all, that. Second thing is, I'm going to counter on 3 specific things that this topic was about. Career, tradition, culture. Okay? Let me start with career. My dad was a farmer, right? And Mr. Sid's dad here was a lawyer, right? And I'm sure every one of your dad here, maybe 1 or 2, they had different career, different job, profession, right? And if you traced back their path, like my dad's dad was a farmer. Maybe Sid's dad's dad was doing something professionally, right? My point here is, if I followed my dad's career advice, I'd be playing the field. Now, I'm not against it, because it's not wrong. But the reason I'm here, the reason I was able to work for top companies in the US, right? Working with the defense forces, civilian forces, all of that, is because I came up with the idea that I should get into software. So the independence that I had, and my parents and everybody's parent here, they allowed us to choose that. Otherwise, he would be doing this debate in the court in Chennai, right? Because he should be lawyer now. But I should be playing now, and I don't know what Prakash you would be doing. But the point here is, we had independence to choose what we want. Our parents.
எல்லாத்தையும் நான் focus பண்ணேன்.
Actually, I'm more like talking like first language because I'm more comfortable in that language. So I want to quote one phrase here. It was written by Kavir Snehan. The குழந்தைகள் வந்து இந்த உலகத்துக்கு நம்மளால தான் வந்திருக்காங்க, நமக்காக வரல. You have to keep that in mind. The kids have come to this world from us, not for us. Okay? So, இப்போ அந்த டீம்ல பேசுனீங்க. இப்போ இந்த கிட்ஸ்க்கு பேசுறதுக்கு இவ்வளவு பேர் நாங்க வாலண்டியர் பண்ணோம். அங்க வரதுக்கு எவ்வளவு பேர் ஹெசிடேட் பண்ணீங்க? Because you know that topic is not right.
Good one.
Yeah, you were hesitating. They were hesitating. So they know what is right, what is wrong. That's why they were forced to come to this.
Audience feedback is they felt shy.
No, they were forced shy. The kids are more capable. Because they were hesitating.
Move on.
Okay. This is my perception.
Yeah, move on.
Okay, this is my perception. I'm not saying this is 100%, but this is my perception. You were hesitating. Please accept that. Yeah. No, it's not because of the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Move on.
So, அதுலயும் அது வந்து நான் ஏன் லாஸ்டா பேசணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன்னா, அந்த டீம் வந்து I really appreciate it. They brought up lots of good points, but there were more like threatening, influencing, emotional blackmail.
All set.
Everything. Emotional blackmail. அதை வச்சு ப்ளீட் பண்ண முடியாது. அந்த நடுவர்களுக்கு நான் ஒரு டைம் வந்து ரிமைண்ட் பண்ண விரும்புறேன்.
அவரே பிக் பாஸ் பார்க்கறாருல. த்ரெட்டன் பண்ணா.
அதே மாதிரி நான் சொன்னதை நான் சிவானா சொன்ன பாயிண்ட் ஒன்று கொண்டு வரேன்.
Maybe.
நீங்க whatever you wanted to study, you studied and came here. So only அமெரிக்காக்கு வந்துட்டோன்றதுனால we are success னு சொல்ல முடியாது. Yeah, we have a good life. We are living in a sophisticated house, luxury life. I accept it. But I'm asking, everybody's talking about quality, success, tradition. But no one is mentioning about happy life. Are you happy? I'm not saying everybody is perfect in this world. Not everyone is 100% is perfect. But why are you all not mentioning about happiness? You are always mentioning about success, career, tradition, quality life. So why are you not talking about happy life?
Not in the topic, no.
So, இப்போ என்னோட வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்மால் டவுன் ஓகேங்களா, ஸ்மால் டவுன்ல இருந்து நான் இங்க வந்திருக்கேன். Now because of me, so many girls are studying, doing undergraduate, doing postgraduate. So I'm being an example for them. Okay, if you study well like Monica Akka, you can go to America. Okay, if you study well like this, you can go to America, you can go to London, or you can do good in your life. But I want to say the truth. Okay, எனக்கு computer science பிடிக்காது. I hated computer science. I hated technology in my life. Okay, but my parents told me to study. They wanted me to become either teacher or in professional in the computer science field. Now I'm asking you all a question. Did you study whatever you wanted to study?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. நீங்க ஓகே இப்போ நீங்க அடுத்த ஒரு கவுண்டர் பாயிண்ட் வருவாங்க. உங்க பேரண்ட்ஸ் சொன்னது நீங்க படிச்சதனால தான் நீங்க அமெரிக்கால வந்து இருக்கீங்க. அதுக்கு I have a answer. எனக்கு வந்து I was more into politics. Still எனக்கு பாலிடிக்ஸ்னா அவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும். ஓகே
நீங்க ஏன் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பண்றீங்க?
I going into politics சொல்லிருந்தேன்னா என்ன சொல்லிருப்பாங்க? வேற வேலை இல்ல, அது வந்திருக்கு. நான் வந்து ஒரு டைம் அப்பாட்ட நான் can I become a counselor of my street கேட்டேன். 12th யூஜி படிக்கும் போது எங்க அப்பா என்ன ஒரு மாதிரி பார்த்தாரு, கவுன்சிலரா? அப்ப வந்து அது வந்து என்னன்னா பாலிடிக்ஸ், கேரக்டர், அது எல்லாமே கனெக்ட் ஆகுது. பாலிடிக்ஸ்ல போனா எல்லாமே. சப்போஸ் எங்க அப்பா என்ன கவுன்சிலர் ஆக்க அலோ பண்ணியிருந்தாருன்னா I'm living a successful life. Okay, I'm living a successful life. My family is an example for in our community. I accept everything.
But do you ever
But I still
become a counselor? Any one time have you regret that? Oh, I didn't take what I wanted.
Okay, correct. But நீங்க இப்ப இருக்கிற இத வந்து ரெக்ரெட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கல. So there is a regret in everything. There is a happiness in everything.
Happy now, right? Oh, அப்பா சொன்னத கேட்டதுனால
அது இருக்கு. But எனக்கு வந்து நம்ம அப்பா கவுன்சிலர் ஆக பண்ணினா நான் ஒரு பிஎம்ஓ சிஎம்ஓ ஆயிருப்பேனோ. அப்படி இருக்கு. So one last thing. These kids, we need your guidance, we need your advice, we need your, இன்னொன்னே சொல்லிக்க விரும்புறேன். This is the parents' responsibility to provide the kids. நீங்க வந்து do not act like you are the provider. You are the provider, I accept it. But that is your responsibility. Okay? You brought them to this world. So giving them education, giving them sophisticated life is not like you are like a God providing them to everything. That is your responsibility because you brought them to this world. That is not their choice. It's your choice to brought them to this world, right?
And my tone is threatening.
I want to conclude one last point. Yes, we need your guidance, we need your advice. We want you to walk beside us, but do not expect us to follow the same footsteps. Okay? Thank you.
So you be our North Star, but don't give us exact road and say travel.
Yeah, that's a beautiful argument by both.
நாங்க வந்து பேரண்ட்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க ட்ரை பண்றோம். ஆனா allow us to explore the world. Let us save. When we leave the port, just leave us. Let us save. You be the North Star. You guide us. You help us pay our college fees. We don't care, right? But don't constrain us and don't say this is tradition, this is culture, and just don't force us into doing things. So give us freedom, be the North Star, guide us, and we will succeed. We will find new words.
One last thing.
Renaya, just spend whatever you want, Daddy will.
This is one last thing. Okay, எல்லாருமே parents we have a fear like what if they fail in something. That's why we want to guide them, right? Let them make mistakes. ஒருத்தவங்களுக்கு நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்து whatever they are learning from whatever we teach them, if they learn from their mistakes, they will never ever forget in their life. Whatever they learn from their mistake, they will never ever forget in their life. So please let them make mistakes.
The lawyer thing, right? And which is 100% true. I wanted to become a lawyer. That's why I argue so much, I fight so much, and I talk so much. My dad is the one who told me, no, you would not become a lawyer. Do whatever you want to, don't become a lawyer. Because I wanted to become a lawyer watching a movie, right? It's a stupid movie, right? And then I said I will become a lawyer. And today, I thank my dad every day that I didn't become a lawyer, right? So that's my whole point, that now we are not going to force you. We are going to guide you, and we won't take 2 steps back.
Split the group into 2, up to what's her name? You. Germaine. Yeah, up to Germaine is one group, and from William onwards, this is one group. So you just tell me in one point, just one statement. Any of you can, one of you, that you liked this team better or this team better. Choose one team and say why in just one statement.
Than these girls. What I want to tell them is.
So you're saying Americans are immature?
No, Americans they think freedom. Exactly. They think about freedom. But what I want to say is that my son also is an American. All right, and I teach him my way of living, but it's still up to him to follow my footsteps. Right? There are times that he will follow. Most of the times that he will follow, and there are times that he will, I have my life to live. But he will more follow me than he go that other route, because he realized, I see my mom reach this way in life. Why am I'm not reaching this way because I'm not following her, or I'm not listening to her, and now he listens. So he's moving forward because he listens and he's doing the way he see me do, he do the same.
Yeah, point well taken. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So don't stop following your mom. Listen to your parents. They are your guidance. Your friends will always be there, but guess what? When your friends turn your back, your parents is right there. And yes, we want to live the American dream. We want to think the American way, but sometimes it's not always the right way.
Yeah. So I will. You need to have a foundation. So culture evolve ஆனாலும் இப்போ வீடு கட்டுறதுக்கு ஃபவுண்டேஷன் இல்லைன்னா ஃபவுண்டேஷன்லாம் கட்ட முடியாது. ஆனால் இவங்க சைடு என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, so that's a valid point. என்ன ஃபவுண்டேஷன்? எங்க அப்பா டெஸ்லா ஓட்டுறாரு, அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. எங்க அப்பா டெஸ்லா, உங்க அப்பா டெஸ்லா தான் ஓட்டுறாரு, டெஸ்லா ஓட்டுறாரு. நீங்க என்ன என்ஜினை வச்சு ஓட்டுறீங்க? அந்த காலத்து மாதிரி ஓட்டிட்டு இருக்கிறீங்க. யார் வேணா ஓட்டலாம், அதே ஓடுது. Yeah, so you don't need to have that thing. அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவரே வந்து மொபைல் ஹோம் கட்டுறாரு. Who cares about these $100 million houses? You carry wherever you go the houses. Yeah, RV $30,000 houses. So houses are mobile too now. So இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது கல்ச்சர் கூட வந்து it is evolving in a different way. So எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்தந்த காலத்துக்கு ஏற்றபடி அது மூவ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு. Even though certain fundamentals we need to follow, the culture is evolving. Some guideline. So அதுதான் அவங்க சொல்றாங்க. So நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க? இல்ல அதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை, நாங்க பாத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றீங்க. So it's also a valid point. So based on both vote, it is almost kind of a tie. So my judgment is going to be up to 12th grade. Follow your parents' footsteps. But with limited thing. The reason being, because as a parent, I learn a lot of things from Srivan and Kumarivra. I'm sure Sid learns from Shreyas and Somi. And Dilshan, man, you are awesome, man. You need to speak more. I love the way you talk. And Somi, you outstanding, man. You started so good and carried your team. You almost won for your team. And so since it's going to be a tie, in a way that you all get more freedom until you become teenager. After you become teenager, you can have your more freedom. Even prior to that, you can have freedom, but parents are in a better position to guide you all better before you become teenage. So it's a kind of a tie. So I am going to give it to Somi because he started with a bang and as a team wise, I am going to give it to this team.
Go, so much go. Your team won. You get to pick the second one. Kids. The historical and scientific guy. And one more. You have to pick the third.
I thought you can give it to the
First or second?
Yeah.
Share the trophy. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Now here. The honor.
What is Okay.
See you.